packed to capacity here at the Melbourne Town Hall, and it's great to see for kickboxing as Paul Lee in the yellow trunks and Johnny P in the red trunks get underway. First of 5 rounds under modified Thai rules, knees, no elbows. Paul Lee opening up early with the handiwork, going to the outside lead thigh. And John Purcell so adept last time at tying up Paul Lee and working the knees. Will he be able to lock on the grapple here again in the rematch? Both men well matched in the weight department. Nothing much between them last night's weigh-in at the All-Star Cafe. And evenly matched in the height department, Hammer.
Certainly. Purcell from the Superlect Gym, Don Miller Superlect Gym in Clayton, Victoria. The boys are very, very traditional Thai stylists, and they start very slowly. And Paul Lee is trying to take advantage of that right now by really putting it on John Purcell.
A bandage on the lead knee of Paul Lee there, Sam Greco. Maybe an injury occurred in training or from the last fight.
Yeah, possibilities are there. Just an interesting comment that Mark made regarding Paul Lee about not taking a back step. It's interesting to see Mike Cope in his corner, and Mike's exactly that. Never takes a back step.
It's not, however, always the best tactic, though, is it, Sam?
No, without a doubt. I mean, you've got to be really composed, and you've got to pick your targets and pick your shots in this game.
We recently saw a fight with John Halford up there in on the KB4 Lucy Tui's show, and he is a real master of attacking from all angles. Even on the back foot, when he's taking a step backwards, he can still fire out shots that will do the damage, and that is the mark of a true champion, a true technician.
Very well composed.
Good solid first round so far from Paul Lee, taking it right up to John Purcell. Purcell now working the knees to the breadbasket. Lee locks him up in the grapple, and here they go, trading knees over against the ropes.
As we're all aware, it's K1 rules, so all the grappling's all involved. It's a bit different from the first 3 fights we saw.
It's technically is K1 rules, Sam, but they're tying up a lot for K1 rules, aren't they? Really, it's only limited grappling under K1 true rules.
It is. As long as the individual, the fighters are working, at least one of them's working, by all means, you know.
Straight right hand there from Paul Lee, then the outside thigh kick. Nice uppercut off the left there from Lee. Step up knee off the left from Purcell. Then goes high with the round kick. Solid first round indeed, Hammer, and we're set for 5 threes.
Not a step backwards by either. Purcell working angles well, now turning Lee around onto the ropes, landing a tidy knee. But Lee is looking a little bit more adapted with the knees here tonight. Now he's going for the waist clinch on Purcell to bring those hips in so he can't fire the knees in.
Yeah, really was lacking, I suppose, in the last fight with Paul Lee, where he didn't lock onto the grapple and work the knees enough. Straight right hand from the Dragon. Backs Purcell into the red corner, Sam Greco.
I was just going to say, you know, when these guys clinch and they knee, I mean, some of them look very ineffective, but let me tell you, you know, over a period, they take their toll.
Certainly, Sam, even those knees to the thighs, when they're basically just standing there, almost touching thighs, you just roll that knee around and cork up the inside and outside thigh. It can certainly take its toll on any fighter.
Without a doubt.
End of the first round of action. Hammer, what did you think of that one?
Call it a good round from Paul Lee. He did start very solidly. He was just always, as we stated, pushing up all the time. But I'd say John Purcell is settling now, and he will come back. Sammy,
yeah.
What have you got in store? Just cut from the fight for a minute. What have you got in store? What can you give us? What sort of news?
Let you in on my secrets.
Come on.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting ready. Look, I was due to fight at the end of August on a big MMA show in Tokyo, but unfortunately, because of injury, I won't be able to fight. But I'll tell you what I am doing. It's quite interesting. I'm going over to Arizona to train Don Fry for a K1 fight.
Former UFC champion, Don Fry.
Former UFC. Tough nut. Absolute tough nut.
Big man Don Fry. That's going to be interesting sparring sessions for you there, Sammy.
It will be. And then also a couple of days later making some appearances in some wrestling shows. So there's some big things. Watch out the world, not Australia. Watch out the world for this big wrestling extravaganza.
And of course, you'll tell Blitz Martial Arts Magazine first about it.
You guys will be the first to hear it.
Fantastic, Sammy Greco. Always exciting to have you back in centre ring, and especially back in the wrestling game and the no-rules game. Men touch gloves, and we're underway. Sweat flying off the brow as Johnny Purcell locks into the grapple and works the first knee of the round. Again to that battered left rib cage, taking a lot of punishment, has Paul Lee. Lee's got him tied up, one hand behind the back of the neck, one on the throat, trying to cross across the throat now around the back of the neck of John Purcell. And Purcell relentless, attacking that left rib cage of Paul Lee, turns him around. You can see this swelling under the right eye of Paul Lee. Not affecting his vision though. And they are all locked up here in the 5th and final round. It is going to be another knee fest to bring us home here, folks. Hope you're enjoying it as much as we are ringside.
Just have a look at the angles that Purcell's working when he storms in with those ribs, with those knees rather into the ribs, drives the hips back, and then the big trajectory knee inward to the body of Paul Lee.
They definitely take their toll, you know, over a period of time, and he's doing that very well. These last 2 rounds, he's really showed himself, Purcell, that, you know, I'm here to fight and I'm here to win.
I think he knows he's a little behind, though, Sam, and it's almost desperation from Purcell. He knows he has to finish strongly in the last 2 to give this fight any sort of a shake-up.
More knees to the abdomen there from John Purcell. Paul Lee not letting go, holding on to him. Purcell working one there to the kidney area on Paul Lee. Lee still latching onto him. They're all having a bit of a dance over in the neutral corner, snaking the arms around each other, through to the back of the neck, and Jamal Hassan finally steps in with his bright white Adidas runners and separates both men.
Ward, glancing knee, just missing the head of Paul Lee from Purcell. Purcell tried to line it up, but Lee just slipped out of the grapple.
Nice knee to the breadbasket there from Paul Lee, but Purcell again really turning it on, and Paul Lee, that rib cage, taking a lot of punishment again in the 5th and final round. Another jumping knee there from Purcell. This has been his round again, Sam.
Without a doubt. Look, I don't think Paul Lee's changed his what can I say, his speed of his fight from round 1 to round 5 now.
Tipped it up.
It's just Purcell's picked it up with, you know, the 4th and 5th round.
Exactly, and Paul Lee firing back with a straight right hand, but now Purcell coming forward, and maybe for one of the first times in the fight, Paul Lee taking that step backwards.
Well, Paul Lee wants to do what he's comfortable at doing. I think in the grappling, Purcell is out grappling and out kneeing him. Paul Lee wants to go back to maybe using his hands. When Purcell's trying to lock on with that grapple, Lee maybe wants to try an uppercut or some in-tight punching to get him off. Maybe put the forearm across the throat of Purcell and sort of edge him backwards to give himself a bit of workspace.
They're all tied up like a pretzel again in the neutral corner. Purcell snaking those hands under the armpits now, and Jamal Hassan separates both men into the final stages now. 5th and final round. Johnny Purcell, nice step across inside thigh kick. Paul Lee, straight right hand, high right round kick. Was caught on the forearms. Purcell ties him up, knee to the breadbasket again. Jumping knee to the left rib cage, and there it is.
It's a great fight.
Wow, what a absolutely awesome battle.
I've got to put you both on the spot, fellas. First of all, Hammer, who do you call it to?
I'd have to say Lee started well, Purcell finishing strongly. It could be the last, you know, the last looking at the action of that fight that could just about edge it Purcell's way. Certainly the last 2 rounds. Let's give another one even. You could almost even give this one a draw, but if I have to go either way, I'd have to say with that late storming finish from Purcell, he might have just taken it on the line.
Sammy Greco?
He's got me again. I've got to agree with him.
Got it first, Sam.
You did get him first.
How much did you face Sam Greco tonight?
Definitely with a late storm home, you know, I'm going to have to go John Purcell's way. But you look, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a draw. I really wouldn't.
Judge Dave Hitchcock scores the bout 49-48 Purcell. Judge Malcolm Bullner scores the bout 48-47 Lee. Judge Ignatius Missolini scores the bout 47-47 draw.
Well, there you have it. I'm surrounded by 2 experts. That much I know. It is a drawn decision. The judges couldn't separate them. The Hammer couldn't. Neither could Slam and Sam.
So what do we do, guys? Are we waiting for another rematch in the next 5 minutes? What are we
going to have part 3 of this one, no doubt, on a future Tarek Solak promotion. But for now, Paul Lee, John Purcell, a draw.